This is a call to action, everybody. We are watching something very serious in this nation, in America, because I'll bet even next week prices are going to go up again. It's something is happening right now over the past few days, a couple of weeks. I need ideas. Give me ideas. Bring them on. Bring them on, everybody. I want to hear them. I need you guys to really participate in this episode. Hey, what's happening out there? What's happening out there? Has anybody else noticed that prices are just going sky high? Even in the past week, I've noticed it going to Walmart, to a grocery store. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. Yes, it does. My car insurance, my auto insurance went up like $40. And I said, with my new policy, because every year they renew it, on my renewal, why did it go up that high? So I said, hey, take everything off except just the bare minimum. And then I got online and I found even a cheaper. So within the next week, I'm going to go with somebody completely different. And I told my friend about it. She says hers went up to... Everything is going sky high, right? Are you feeling it? Are you sensing it? Well, let's talk about this, because I'll tell you who's getting the real raw deal here is a lot of the young people, the very young who are just starting out, and the very old, our seniors. I hate to use the word old, but yes, the very aged. The seniors are the very young that are just starting out, and the seniors. We are in a quandary. Let's talk about this. So stick with me all the way through. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. Okay? Yeah, things are going really expensive right now. Groceries, gasoline is going high. Yeah, I mean, we're in a quandary right now. We really are. I think we're at, there's like a tipping point that's going on that I'm sensing. How are you sensing it? Let me know in comments how you feel about this. Let's get a discussion going, because this is very much needed. I'm going to give some tips that I can think of, but what I want to do is a call to action. I want to get everybody involved in this. We all need some ideas on how we can save money. Because here's the real deal. Social Security is not going up. It's not. But wages are going up. Yeah. And I mean, even in California, $20 an hour, which is cool. I mean, that's cool. But it's raising prices sky high, and Social Security isn't going up. And a lot of us can't go out and earn money. A lot of my friends are actually talking about, I need to go out and get a job. Isn't that something at 76, 80 years old? People need to go out and supplement their income at this point. I mean, there's a lot of things they can do as long as they can stand it and they can stay in the schedule, they can deal with it. That's fine. And it probably is good for some people to get out there and work. I mean, I work myself. I put out videos and I work at this, and this is what I do. They say, discover what you love and then go do it, and the money will come. So I don't make a lot at this, but I do bring in something to supplement my Social Security. And there are different ideas out there. If you have an idea, let's get this going in comments, okay? Now, how can we save money if we can't go out and work, and a lot of us can't? How can we, where can we cut the corners? Where can we do that? A lot of people do it with food. If you're on medications, you might, and as long as you have a good insurance plan that can help you with your medications, that's good. I don't know if it pays for all, because I'm not on medications and I don't have a supplemental plan that takes care of that. I don't want that because I'm not on medications. But a lot of you are, and what you're doing is you're cutting corners on food. Okay? So here's what I really suggest that you do. You need to get to the food banks. Seriously, get to the food banks and start supplementing your food that way. You can come up with what they give you. You can come up with ideas. Okay, I'll make this out of that. Try not to go real unhealthy, but I can do this with this. And yes, you can cook for yourself and come up with ideas to use the food bank food. Now, another thing that you need to do is get to a senior center for lunch. It'll give you socialization, and it'll give you a really good hot meal once a day. Now, if you don't have a vehicle, you're living in your house, you're living in an apartment, or you're living in like a senior home, right? That helps pay your rent, get to the senior center. I can't imagine, I've never seen a city that didn't have one unless it was so small. But even Quartzsite has a senior center, and that's small. There's like 4,000 people that actually live there full time. And it's good for socialization. It's really good for that. So I suggest that you do that. Those are 2 ways that you can supplement your food. Now, please don't go out and buy a bunch of junk to think, oh, this is only $1.50 and it'll last a long time. It's a big bag of chips or big bag of Doritos or a big box of like Hostess, sweets and stuff. They've kind of proven that that's going to kill you. You don't want to become unhealthy because you can't afford. There's so many chemicals that they're putting in our food in America that the FDA is allowing, that other countries are not allowing it. So when a manufacturer, when they produce a different, like a box food, prepared foods, they make 2 versions, one for the other countries and another one loaded with chemicals for us here. So I've really brought down any kind of processed foods whatsoever. I used to eat candy. And I gave it up, but then I started eating it last 3 years. I kind of started eating candy again, and chips and just all kinds of stuff. I've cut it out. I've cut out the processed foods the best that I can. Not completely, but the best that I can. Okay? I'm just going with as simple of the food as possible. A banana, an apple, some broccoli, maybe canned chicken, although I'm kind of shying away from the canned chicken so much because it's coming from China, and I'm not sure if what they're putting in the can. Let me know in comments. I need you guys to really participate in this episode. Are they doing the lab meat? Because they say, no, I do not want to eat meat that's from a lab. Okay? It's just wrong all the way around. And they do say like farmed like salmon and fish, it's really bad for you. Okay, so yeah. So I don't know. I've been going like with cheese, eggs, because I don't know if they can really, there's only one ingredient in an egg. Although not all eggs are equal. I agree with that. But sometimes you have to pick your battles. With the money. We're talking about what we can afford. So you have to pick your battles. You can go with just regular eggs that you know that they might be feeding the chickens antibiotics, whatever. But at least you know that it doesn't have a billion chemicals in it like they would like potato chips, some of your Hostess. I say Hostess. It's like, some of the like donuts and pastries and stuff, they taste good. And I know a lot of seniors will really go for foods like that, okay? I know that they do. I worked in a nursing home once. They really do like to have like the sweets, something that really has a lot of flavor to it. Because I think what happens over time is the taste buds kind of get dull. But another thing too, I will tell you, if you're a senior, or if you know of a senior that doesn't eat well and just wants to go for the really high flavored foods, they need to brush their tongue. A lot of seniors are not brushing their tongue. You got to brush your tongue and open up and get all the scum and that white film off of your tongue. You got to get the white film off your tongue. Might sound gross, but here's a tip. Do it, okay? You take that brush and you brush the tongue. Stick your tongue out. Look in the mirror. Is there still stuff on it? Because if there's been stuff on it, you may need to do that 5 or 6 times, believe it or not, to get the first layer, to get that layer off. And then every time you brush your teeth, you need to do it. That's that tongue. Brush it, right? You want to have a nice pink tongue. You don't want it to be white. If it is, it's going to hamper your food, your taste buds, okay? That's a little tip for you, right? And that's a tip for any age. Brush your tongue and floss, okay? Floss and get all the bacteria up. You know, if you don't floss the food that's in between your teeth, I read this, in between your teeth, it rots. And then eventually it dislodges. It hurts your heart. It does. It hurts. Actually, they've done testing. It can hurt the function of your heart because that's rotted food. Gross. And also your tongue. Brush your tongue and floss. Okay. Side note, little tips here. Okay, so don't go for the junk foods. Try to go simple. You can buy an apple for $1. Buy an apple. Now you can go organic so that you don't have any pesticides on it, but you can also peel the apple. Peel the apple and get rid of some of the pesticides and the wax stuff that's on the outside. Okay? Let's see, what else? Food-wise, because that's where a lot of seniors are really bringing down their expenditure. Now, so I need ideas. Give me ideas. Bring them on. Bring them on, everybody. I want to hear them. The gym, my other gym, I really don't like the Planet Fitness there. I really don't. Their showers suck. They just do. They suck. And I don't know. This Planet Fitness here is not my cup of tea. I did bring my membership down to just $10. I may actually quit. Who knows? But my other gym, they are closed for a week. You just don't know how I miss it. But guess what? My hair needs to be washed. It just does. I'm kind of like backed in a corner here. I'm kind of entrapped. And I don't want to get a hotel room. They're expensive. I may go to a truck stop and get a shower there. I may need to do that, but they're kind of expensive too. So if you see my hair getting dirtier and dirtier until next week, now you know why, okay? Yeah, I just don't like this Planet Fitness. I don't like it all the way around. This is a very odd Planet Fitness. Not my cup of tea. I don't find some of them friendly. And I've been to a lot of Planet Fitnesses. They're friendly. And you just feel like you're joining in here. It's like, I feel like I'm in the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's true. After 3 years, it's not just me. It's true. It's like, what's going on with this Planet Fitness? Oh my gosh. Okay, so yes. If you want to stay healthy and you're a senior, guess what? You can go to Planet Fitness because I'm sure the one in your area is just fine. This is the only one I've found that's like, what's wrong with this? Okay, $10 a month. Keep your health up. Maybe you can even get off your medications. A lot of seniors are doing that. Now, you need to talk to your physician, but a lot of people, experts are saying, get off your, especially all this blood pressure medicine, really bad for you. The pharma is out to make money. I'm just telling you. And a lot of the doctors, hate to say it, but a lot of them just aren't really overly concerned about your health. Okay? That's all I'll say about that. Yeah, these are strange times, aren't they? Now, I was talking to my friend, and we discussed this. This generation, the boomers, might be the first generation that is, after Social Security was implemented by Franklin Roosevelt. Well, because before that, there was no safety net for aging people, for seniors. There was no safety net. The safety net was family, okay? Well, we don't have that so much anymore, and what's going on is the greatest generation would be like my parents, people that went through grew up during the Depression, and then they went through the World War II, and that age group, my parents. Well, they were called the greatest generation, but they really had a good Social Security going, and a lot of them had pensions. The times have changed. The boomers are now in reality. They really are. And some of you might say, well, you should have prepared better. Well, a lot of us were raising children. We still stayed at home, right? So Social Security, and then divorce hit. I won't go into the timeline of history here, but there's a reality. What I will say is that this Social Security, this generation, the boomers, we're finding ourselves in trouble, right? And I know that if you're younger, you might say, well, I'll have myself more prepared. If you didn't prepare, that's your problem. And by that time, I'll have myself secure. Yeah. I mean, some of you younger people are even having a hard time even finding jobs and making ends meet on what you're making, because the price of everything is so high. You might have better wages. My first job paid $1.99 an hour, and I did fine. Seriously, because things didn't cost so much. There used to be that even way back, when I was growing up, one income, and you could even send children to college. Their children when they grew up. Not no more. Ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So we need ideas. We are watching something very serious in this nation, in America. And if you're in a different nation, yeah, you are probably going through the same thing. You might say, oh, well, it's you guys. No, I'm seeing that, I'm hearing the underground, that it's happening all over, that somehow they're painting a pretty picture, but that's not the truth all the way around. No, let me know where you're from. Let me know what's happening in your neck of the woods. And if you have any suggestions, we need them. If we need them, we need them now. Because I'll bet even next week, prices are going to go up again. Something is happening right now over the past few days, a couple weeks. It's going sky high. So this is a call to action, everybody. Let's go ahead and help each other out with some suggestions. And I love you guys. Please subscribe. Look down there for a subscription. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. Yes, it does. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe early and subscribe often. Every once in a while, people get unsubscribed. I think it's just in the algorithms now that every once in a while, a certain amount will get unsubscribed. I don't know why. I don't know why they do it, but they are doing it. So subscribe early and subscribe often. Until tomorrow, let's all work together on this. We need each other, right? Bye. I love you guys. Bye.